I bombed an ex in a tent at a festival once. Day one, I'm not an animal. And then when I got home, I found a bit of poo on my knob.
Rob! No!
My
3 days.
No, Rob!
3 days.
My big question is...
Little streak.
No!
I was like, why is there a brown mark on my knob? Oh, no.
Oh, no, no,
My big question
no.
is... So obviously you've not showered at this festival. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
You say you bummed on the first day, you're not an animal.
Yeah.
Did you have vaginal sex on any of the other days?
Yeah.
Your Honour, no comment?
Rose grim.
I don't...
Rose grim.
It definitely wasn't the last thing we did. Look, it's not like I've been averse to... I've rolled the dice on some stinky last day of festival pussy in my time.
I'm annoyed you've told me that. I could have lived my life without that information. And now that's there.
Yeah,
Welcome to Dead Men Talking, baby.
Yeah.
Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
Dead Men Talking invites you to join the world's largest social network for adults, Adult Friend Finder. As a leading adult-oriented social networking platform, our aim is to connect like-minded individuals and create a safe and inclusive environment for exploring all kinds of adult relationships. For over 25 years, Adult Friend Finder has been the original and #1 casual dating site on the market. With 120 million members worldwide, you are sure to find hundreds of sexy local matches for any relationship experience you are seeking. Find sex, hookups and chat live at dmt.adultfriendfinder.com. Hello, and welcome to Dead Men Talking with me, Rob Mulholland. No big fat cunt, so we got a little gay cunt instead.
Hey.
Hello, Dan Tiernan. Thank you for pretending that this is the first time we've recorded this. Basically, not gay Tom fucked up, didn't he?
Yeah,
he's
he
absolutely
did.
ruined it.
I thought you were going to say thanks for pretending you're Freddy. I was like, whoa, I'm not.
No,
I'm
God, no.
absolutely not doing that.
Mate, I wouldn't
I
insult
am
you
not
so
Freddy
hard.
Quinne.
Yeah, like Christ, like no, the surgery hasn't been that successful with Freddy. You know,
Yeah.
like he hasn't had a gastric band while he's been in
The
there.
illness has led to him to lose a lot of weight.
He has lost a bit of weight,
Has
though.
he?
He has, yeah. He actually looks a lot thinner, but in a sad way.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I bet he's got bad stretch marks as well because he's lost it quick.
In like a grey way.
Yeah, in a way where you're like, ooh,
Oh, God.
end of Philadelphia sort of way.
Write
you know,
your funeral speech kind of way.
Yeah.
We went to visit him, didn't we?
Yeah, we
and,
did, yeah.
I felt like he'd lost a lot of weight in his face,
Yeah,
but not so much
Not in
his
the
body.
arse.
Not as much in his
yeah.
body.
I think it's just all drooped down because he's
Yeah.
been sat still. I think it's just sort of melted rather than losing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be back eventually.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah.
He wanted to come back today, but
He did, but he was sad. It's like, mate, you've still got a tube in your nose, stay at home.
Yeah, he can't talk. He's got an oxygen tank.
Yeah, this is it. He's like, he's such a fucking idiot, right? Half of his problem is he didn't go to the hospital for ages because he's a belligerent cunt. And like, he's still being belligerent about it. It's like, I'm fine. It's like, you nearly died, you big fat moron. Stay at home, do nothing.
Yeah.
That is the boy wonder of the Northwest comedy scene. He's just back from Edinburgh. Got nominated for Best Newcomer. Very proud of you, Dan.
Oh, thanks, Rob.
Yeah, did you have a nice time?
I did, yeah. Yeah, all I want to do is make you proud, you know.
You're getting there, son. You're getting there.
Yeah.
One day we'll teach you to ride a bike and I'll be very happy. Oh, God, what an image. We're running down a hill behind Dan while I'm pushing him. Go on. He's like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it, Rob.
And then just
I'm doing
into
it,
traffic. Yeah. So, like, what'd you get up to up there?
Well, yeah, I started on the 31st of July, so it's an absolute mammoth run. So it's like 20 till the 27th. So yeah, 28 days. But yeah, what did I get up to? Did a show a night. I was on at 10, so I finished at 11. So I was boozing till the late hours pretty much every day. But you saw me, didn't you, this year?
I did. I went and while I was up visiting Edinburgh, I ran into Dan in the street on your day off, no less. One day off in the entire month.
Off.
So it's fair to say, Dad was making the most of it.
Yeah.
He'd really been enjoying himself that day and the previous day.
Absolutely bladdered.
Like barely able to stand foot. In such a happy mood. He was just like, aha, like a really good vibe. But fucked. Like, you fell asleep in the show that I was with you.
Yeah, I did do that. It was nothing personal to the show.
No, the show was great. I was
Whose show
really
was
enjoying
it?
it. It was Matt Ewing's.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, fuck it. Like,
sorry, Matt. I love you so much. You're
like
incredible.
the bit he was awake for, he was really enjoying, but he was just like, he was on the verge of passing
but
out.
it is like, I've had it before. When someone falls asleep in your gig, it is impossible to not take that as deeply, deeply offensive, right?
Yeah, it depends how old they are.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like a 90-year-old, I'm like, you have a nap, fella, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, like, if it's a middle-aged person, you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I hope, was that me? Middle age? To be fair, I probably will die about 54. That's
Yeah, so you
about
probably
right.
are
That's
middle-aged.
probably about right. Fair enough. Yeah, but really, if you're about to fall asleep, you really can't do much.
No, and it is
You know
like the
when it
worst
hits
environment.
And you're in a hot,
Dark
room.
cozy room, and we were right at the back. We're far away.
And all you can think of is don't fall asleep, and
Yeah.
then you just.
Well, that's a technique I got taught when I couldn't sleep. Was the way to make yourself fall asleep is to try not to sleep. Like, it's just like a
really?
psychological trick. If you struggle sleeping, just really try and keep your eyes open. Just all you got to do, just don't let yourself go to sleep. It's mad. It proper works.
In about 15 seconds, half of our audience is going to fall asleep.
Yeah. Look, as long as the episode keeps running, I don't care. As long as we still get the statistics,
I
couldn't
am
give a fuck.
nodding
If anything, they might listen again, and that counts as double downloads, hopefully.
Yeah.
They might listen to this in their sleep. We could like subconsciously influence them.
My brother listens
Storm
to
the Capitol. Storm.
Andrew Tate is Jesus. Andrew Tate is
Rishi
the
Sunak is in
Messiah.
your walls.
My brother used to listen to this to fall asleep.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a listener I heard about this week that blew my fucking mind. It's not okay. Apparently, I got told about someone. It's a friend of a friend thing. I got told about someone who listens to this with their 9-year-old kid.
Ooh.
Not okay.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you're 9 years old listening to this right now, you have a shit father. Like, your dad is bad, and like
And a
you.
shit life ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for the trauma that you've clearly are currently going through.
Well, not to keep bringing up family members, but my uncle also listens to this with his son, who's about, I think he's 10.
Mm.
But yeah, he showed it to his 10-year-old, and I was like, I don't think you should do that.
No,
Well,
this isn't.
Can I just say though, were you not, when you were a kid, were you
Yeah.
not allowed to watch anything you wanted?
No.
Were you not? You
No.
strike me as someone who absolutely was. You know what I mean?
I don't think that was a compliment,
No,
was it,
no,
Dad?
oh, God, no.
It's usually dads that let the kids watch anything they want.
Yeah.
You just had a mum.
I
So.
just had my mum, so like she was on that. It was only when I was like,
So that's where the trauma comes from, not from the content you watch.
exactly.
That's where the deep twisted.
No, it was when I was like a teenager. I found ways around my mum's control. You know, like I'd sneak downstairs at night and watch things late at night. So I like started watching I saw like Chris Rock, Bigger and Blacker when I was like 12, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I was watching. My mum and dad weirdly were like sort of just let me watch anything, but I think that's because they didn't know enough about technology and how to control it. But I was watching like fucking Layer Cake when I was like 9 and shit.
that can't be good for you.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I used to go and see my dad on a Sunday. He'd let me watch anything. I remember watching Terminator 2 when I was like 3, and at the time I was 18.
No, you don't remember.
That was a big thing. I do remember.
You do not remember watching
When you were
Terminator 2
3.
when you were 3.
I remember that.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you fucking don't, Tom.
I
You do not
absolutely
remember
do
watching
remember that.
Terminator 2 when you were 3. This
absolutely
is
do.
such bullshit.
I remember it because at the
Such
end,
bullshit.
I cried when he died. I was very sad.
This is such a fake memory. You cried because your uncle touched you. That's why you were crying.
Could it not have been maybe you cried and then you didn't remember it, but then you were reminded about it a few years later?
Yeah, and you
then
created a
got that
false memory. Yeah,
No.
this is a false memory.
I've got a good memory.
You don't have a good memory when you're 3, though. That's
I
not how brains
remember
work.
things from really young. I remember being in a pram.
You don't remember being in a
that's
pram.
a lie.
That is such bullshit.
I was trying to find a
I
middle
know.
ground and back you up with that.
Here's
Bollocks.
Here's what I remember.
Bollocks.
Here's what I remember. Right, my mum and dad were behind me in the pram.
That's where they would be.
Yeah. And my mum said, "Where'd you go last night?" And my dad said, "Secrets." And I thought, that's weird. Why doesn't he just tell her where he was? It was only years later that I found out the Secrets was a nightclub. So
Right.
why would I make that up?
Right, so you also remember a punchline to this story. This is such horse
It's
shit.
true.
Absolute horse shit.
Why would I make that up? That's a stupid thing
Because
to
you're a
make up.
stupid little liar. That's why.
I'm not a liar.
Because you're a bad little person.
What was he doing at Secrets? Did you ever find out? Was he
So,
doing Secrets?
Probably shagging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe that for a fucking second.
Honestly, that I've got a very vivid memory of that.
Like I remember when I was I was about like 7 or 8, right? And like did like a project at school where it was like do a drawing of your earliest memory. That was like the project we had to do. And I was trying to show off because like everyone else was like, coming up with early things. And I couldn't remember anything that early. So I just lied and I said I remembered going out of the hospital. I said I remembered it was raining when I got carried out of the hospital. And I remember my teacher being like, I was just like, I don't know why I thought that would be impressive to anyone. Everyone would be like, whoa,
yeah,
check out Rob with his early memories. But at least I grew out of that when I was 7. I'm not still doing that as a middle-aged man on a podcast.
I'm telling you, I have that memory.
You don't have that memory. You might have it now. Do you know what false memories are, Tom? Are you aware of them?
I don't have those. I just have real memories.
I've
checked with the doctor. It was fine.
You've checked you don't have false memories?
You never have
How?
false... Like, you're immune to false memories.
I just don't have them.
You don't...
Remember everything exactly as it happened.
You got a photographic memory, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're claiming.
I remember that Ryan Giggs shagged Jason Orange.
This was a thing we had the other week. Apparently, Ryan Giggs shagged Jason Orange, and we're just going to choose to believe it.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. Were you there?
Yeah.
I was there. There we go.
Dressed as Jason Orange.
Yeah, I think you're a fucking liar.
I'm not lying. I understand your point. It might be a false memory, but it's real.
I believe you believe it.
Okay.
I'll go that far.
Okay.
Because I think you're such a fucking liar. You lie to yourself. And like you're also thick, so you can trick yourself.
I'm not thick. I'm quite intelligent.
Come on.
Got a master's degree.
Yeah, but in fucking
Is that
media.
a real memory?
Yes.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah. He always goes on about his fucking master's degree. Like, we're in the same room doing the same job, and I don't have one. Who's the smart one? You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Master's in fucking media production.
TV production, actually.
Oh, sorry. Not even all media. You've specialised it down even more. It's less impressive.
Yeah, it is.
It's the lowest rung of media.
Scrape by as well, 40%.
40%?
It's really
40.
hard. It's really... I've got
That's
40%.
the first in media, isn't it?
There's a statue of him outside the lecture hall.
Yeah. 40%?
40,
That's not a pass then,
40% on the dissertation, you had to get 40%. Everything else is just pass or fail.
You tried to do a master's.
Yeah.
Did you actually technically get one for having 40%?
You get 40% on the dissertation, that's all I needed. Because just pass or fail masters.
Right.
Or you can get distinction. But
Yeah.
never gonna get that. I did well on the practical stuff, and then the dissertation, like, just scraped.
What was your
by.
dissertation title?
It was something about 24-hour sports news or something bullshit.
Yeah, sounds it, yeah.
Yeah, it was really boring.
You did a dissertation about Jim White getting poked with a dildo?
Pretty much. I did a dissertation about transfer deadline day.
You're relentlessly on brand.
Yeah.
Also, crisps, subheading. Fucking hell. Have we got some topics, mate? We got some stuff we sent in?
Yeah. Do you want some news stories? Do you want some advice? Do you want some rumours or
Let's
trumours?
have some news stories. Let's start with some news stories. We'll get to elsewhere. This isn't a news story. These are just a couple of little fun bits I've found on the internet. Here we go. Right. This is, if you just pause that video, this is a cool stunt jump that has been done. And I don't know where this is, but it's fucking Eastern Europe somewhere. Like, this. Just pause, mate. Just pause. How do you think this is going to go? Right? If you want to describe what we're looking at, basically...
It's a car on a roof.
But it's not a good car, is it?
No.
No, it's like a larder. It's like some sort of
of
old Eastern European piece of shit. And it is on top of a Eastern European piece of shit house.
Yeah.
And there is another piece of shit Eastern European house at the other side of a ramp.
It's quite a big gap as well.
It is quite a big gap. You'd probably want to go quite fast to get across that, wouldn't you, Tom?
Yeah.
You'd think that. Not these guys.
No.
That's not the move they've gone for. Let's have a little look. There we go. Here he goes. Right. What's amazing is that's only one angle. Let's keep going. Right. If you just close that down, there's a really good one. Oh, here we go. This is the
slow-mo.
Slow-mo. It bounced. It's like 4 stories as well. It's fucking huge.
Is there anyone in it?
Yeah, there's a guy driving it.
Well, this is why
if you click off this, Tom, and then just scroll down to the next tweet in the replies. Oh no! Another angle just dropped. Scroll down. There you go. Here we go. Look, you can see it from that distance. Look how high that is. What did they think was going to happen? Is what I want to know.
If they didn't think it was that,
yeah,
then they shouldn't be doing any more stunt jumps. I don't think.
This is why I think there's maybe been a programming error with me doing this podcast, because my instinct is I'm like, God, are they all right? Like,
yeah, probably. Oh, he's fine, mate. Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
Fuck, do you?
Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's had a little jump.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all right.
He's fine.
He's clearly professional.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
Clearly,
a
look,
driver.
look at all the health and safety they've put in place. He's 100% fine.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
mean, like, look, at worst, this is going to be severely life-changing injuries, possibly death.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He's fine.
It's quite a big old drop.
It is quite a big old drop. You are correct, son. What it's also not is a long run-up. It's like the difference. It's got a very short run-up. And I think what happens is his suspension bounces loads because it's that shit Eastern European suspension. And he sort of doesn't get any purchase to accelerate. It just flops.
It is true. Like,
It's not even close.
What could possibly have happened that would have ended up with him safely on the other side?
This is it. There is no way this goes well. There is just
a dragon comes and like
yeah.
The
gets
sand from the Sahara Desert.
It's impossible. Like, it's so funny that they thought it would be okay, isn't it? Let's
Yeah.
watch it again.
Are we watching it from the tango?
Yeah, this is my favourite one. It bounces.
Oh, to be fair, he nearly makes it, doesn't he?
When you say nearly makes it, no.
He hits the wall on the other side.
Like he touches it.
Yeah, he
so
touches
it's not-
it. But he touches it with the roof.
Yeah,
Like,
even if
it's
he
like-
made it, it'd still be a big crash.
Yeah, like that's not perfect, I would suggest. That angle he's coming in at, he's also nose down when he gets to the other side. Fucking brilliant, isn't it? I love Eastern European lack of health and safety. They just add a little go.
Do you reckon he wore a seatbelt?
Nah.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, seatbelt is full of homosexual.
Yeah, do they have seatbelts?
I think they do. But I don't know. Like, I don't think these are really like health and safety guys. Look, right, see what happens here? When he hits the bottom of the ramp, he bounces. So the wheels aren't on it. So I think it's front wheel drive, so he's not accelerating for a lot of it.
Oh, yeah, they come off. The
wheels come up in the air when he's on the ramp still, so he's not accelerating at all.
Yeah.
And like the momentum's all wrong.
It's just straight down.
Straight down onto the roof.
Boom, smash there.
Yeah.
That would have hurt as well, that impact against the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon that would have hurt. Yeah, if
probably
your
would have
face
hurt.
hits that wall.
Yeah, probably would have hurt a bit. Yeah, there's quite a bit of momentum behind it at that point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the car okay?
Can
Can they open the bonnet?
They're probably better off the doors. Was that even on this episode?
No, that's got
No.
cut off my
That was in
great
the
bonnet
false-
story.
that was in the
Yeah,
false
we
one.
had to restart this episode because it crashed, and Tom had told a great story about his car bonnet not opening. So unfortunately, that's been lost.
Yeah,
to
and
the
I
We'll
end
save
of
that for
the story.
Patreon.
Yeah, we'll bring that back later. Don't worry, it was a real keeper. that
Oh,
one.
yeah, you can't be losing that.
Gold.
Absolutely. So there you go. Like, I very much enjoyed that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
A
that.
bit of stunt jumping. Right, let's see what else I've sent in. Here we go. Oh, that's the same thing again. Oh no. Here we go.
Oh, no. Whoa.
So,
Whoa.
this is a bit of a PSA for our fans, right? Because you know our fans, Tom?
Yeah.
You know how they're like smelly and gross and weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Literally all of them.
Every single one.
Every single one of them.
I think
like-
listening to this makes you smellier.
Yeah, it does.
We
If-
should put that on the Patreon website.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of deodorant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we are.
Deodorant.
We are
Come on.
genuinely considering next time we do a tour having like people spraying deodorant in hazmat suits on the way in, like you're entering a fucking Chernobyl cleaning site.
Like, you know, when you go into a hotel lobby and the aircon makes it really cold.
Just that with people
Yeah.
with cans of Sure.
Yeah.
So a lot of them have earplugs, our fans. I think we have the most earplug heavy fan base in the country. A lot of big fucking ruined earlobes, right, with
That's
us.
what we should sell. Those.
We should sell, we absolutely should
What are they
sell.
called?
Well, they
those?
like this podcast.
Stretcher plugs, yeah.
Because their ears are damaged.
Yeah, might be part of it. Is that a lack of reading comprehension?
Yeah.
Put your mic a bit close.
Yeah, just a little bit to pull it forward. But yeah, so like we have a lot of those, but we should do some of those merch. It's actually a good idea. Tom.
Yeah, little skulls.
Little skulls. Yeah, well, the logo probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the skull I meant.
Yeah. Right. So this is, I think this was posted on the internet. They've put a little picture of they've got stretched ears, right? They've got the earlobes with the plugs. They said, me and my boyfriend were getting at it, and he tried putting his penis through my
Fuck off.
stretched ear, and this is the outcome.
No.
What can I tell the hospital what has happened? Or is there anything I can do to cure this at home? No dumbness, serious advice only.
No.
Right. I don't think you get to say no dumbness after you've put your boyfriend's dick in your ear.
Or just before you misspell advice.
Yeah. Serious advice.
So, well, I mean,
Are they seeing this now? Yeah.
Yeah. If they're
What?
watching the video version, they're seeing it. If
What
they're
is
listening
it?
to the audio, basically, the ear looks like a big infected anus now. It's
Yeah.
really fucked up. It's really swollen and red. Fucking
he must have
nasty.
been fucking it for a while.
I don't know. If you just got a real gross dick, you could do that pretty quick, I reckon.
But does it not the first pic, is that normal?
Nah.
Because that ain't looking great.
No,
either.
that isn't a before and
Is that
after.
not
It's not before and
No,
after.
no, no. These are both bad. Yeah.
I'm like, look, that doesn't look much like an ear either.
No, I think this is front and back we're looking at.
We need to see the other ear to see what it normally looks like.
Well, it just looks like a saggy, stretchy thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like I totally get this, right? If you had a girl,
End sentence.
well, if you had a girlfriend with stretch ears, it'd cross your mind, wouldn't it? Like, could I get me knob in that?
Yeah, but not
maybe.
even like, not even like a sexual way. Just
No,
like
just
a,
curiosity.
Yeah,
Can I put my knob in
And
your
also,
ear?
what if
to
an
see
ear-
if you can?
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
you know, for the achievement.
You do
I
it
hear
once.
that.
You don't try and do it to completion.
Yeah, but like it doesn't. You're not saying it. You don't know if this was to completion.
Yeah, but they didn't just do that once and then
you
that
don't know.
happened
It's an
immediately.
infection. It's not friction. It's an infection.
It is like a lot like a cock ring as well. Do you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Might be good for keep it hard.
Yeah.
But like, what if you find out an earwank's the best as well? It might be amazing.
Yeah.
You know? So like, you know, curiosity would get the better of me there.
Well, as I shag another woman, can I use your earlobe as a cock ring?
What a
to
threesome
keep-
that is.
To keep me going.
She's just down there with a face full of anus. It's like, ear getting shagged.
What you're going to get is two women who've both got it
Yeah.
and try and get through both ears.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, that's the dream, mate.
Rob, you always talk about how your podcast is like really horrible. I think I'm starting to work out why. Just looking at
Yeah.
this.
It's this, we're just looking at fucked up ears and that. Yeah.
Talk about fucking them.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. Don't tell me.
But like, you can't say that you wouldn't. Like, it's a natural. It's part of being a
It
man.
would- it
you
would-
see a hole of a certain size, and you're like, I reckon my knob would go in that.
It
Yeah.
would cross my mind.
I do it at a
For sure.
party. I don't think I do
At a
it.
party's worse.
party.
What, you're just going to get a boner in the middle of a party?
I do it at a party.
That's so much weirder, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd do it in the privacy of my own home, you little freak.
I think that's
At a
weirder.
party.
with,
That's
with something
weirder.
called consent.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do it at a party.
I think.
Excuse
They're
me,
not
love.
welcome here.
I bet someone's done it at a party because you're like, oh, but if you go,
What sort of parties are you going to, mate?
Mosher parties.
Mate, I've been to a lot of mosher parties and no one's getting a boner in the middle of it. That's the weird
Whoa,
part.
who said anything about boner? You don't need.
You need a boner to put it through someone's ear.
Nah.
You can't
No, I
thumb
mean-
a floppy through an ear hole. That's
Well,
Well,
disrespectful.
it's easier. It's
No,
less of a
it's
challenge.
not. It's way harder to put a floppy in
Well, it's
things.
smaller.
I've tried. I've tried a lot of times.
No, you just sort of thread it through, you know, like a piece of string, like yours.
But that's not impressive. That's not anything. Putting a floppy dick through an ear hole, that's
Yeah,
nothing.
true.
It has to be erect for the act to mean anything.
Yeah, maybe.
For it to be, think of the artistry of it alone,
True.
Tom.
I was thinking for practicality, but you are right for sort of meaning and
Meaning, you're exactly right. Thank you, Dan.
to add meaning to
Meaning,
the act,
purpose and
Yeah,
value.
To build that sexual
You-
connection
you
with
are
someone.
right.
It has to be erect.
It changes. It does change a
Yeah.
lot.
And that one's definitely erect that's been in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
it's
you-
fucking wrecked the ear.
Yeah. Need some ear lube.
Yeah, well, yeah. If they haven't lubricated, that is a real thing. You
But-
need to lube. If you're gonna fucking ear lube up,
He's the bloke who's done that to his missus.
Yeah.
Is
or
probably
woman, it's 2023.
right. Yeah. Sure.
Do you reckon they're using a strap on?
Yeah, that is.
No.
You can do that at a party.
Oh, they're lady knob. Yeah, all right. Strap on, that's fun.
Yeah, oh,
right.
yeah,
If someone
yeah,
gets a
right.
strap on out and fucks someone's ear, great party.
Of course.
If one of my mates has just got a boner going, look what I can do with this. I'm gonna be like, bro, do you want to put that away? Trying to have a party here, man. You know?
But I think like to begin with, there obviously there's got to be a moment when you've done that to your partner's ear where you're feeling quite good at like I don't know, like you've obviously
Feeling proud of yourself.
You feel bad for them, and that
Shagged
looks
an ear.
very sore. But that
Yeah.
you've ruined. That's ruining.
Yeah.
You know,
And there is a thing about the fellas in it that, like, you know, like fucking up a sexual partner is like, we're like, yeah. It's like, yeah. It's like, you know, if a girl's like, oh, I'm a bit sore, you're like, yeah, I made sore. Yeah.
I thought so hard you went deaf.
I think the strap on is a good idea, though. I think if you're going to try this out, start with the plastic dick that is sanitary.
Yeah.
Definitely, you're going to have to wear a Johnny. I mean, no one likes wearing them. And look, who am I to recommend to people that they wear condoms? You know, my track record has been patchy at best. But if I was going to fuck an ear, I think you got to.
Yeah.
You know.
People often wonder why I look a bit different, and the real answer is because I was actually conceived from my dad fucking my mum's ear.
You're a lobe baby.
I'm a lobe baby.
Dan Tiernan, lobe baby, coming 2024.
That's a good name for a show.
It is a good name for a show. But like with this as well, like when she's like, "What do I tell the doctors?" You tell them you got fucked in the ear.
Yeah, you got to be honest with doctors.
You've got to be honest, right? Doctors have seen everything, right? And this is like genuinely real advice as well for anyone in this. If you do something embarrassing sexually and you go to the doctors, just fucking tell them. Because I comparing all the time. You meet doctors, you ask them about embarrassing things that, you know, they've seen. Because obviously you get loads of funny stories. Like, maddest one I think I ever had was a doctor told me about someone came in with a child's sippy cup shoved up their ass.
Oh.
Rob, you're not really helping someone be honest to a doctor if you're like, oh, tell a doctor, and they will absolutely tell.
Stand-up comedian, yeah.
And they will say it on a podcast.
And then in a podcast, and then,
Yeah, they didn't give me their name.
Yeah,
They didn't show me a Polaroid. They just told me this is a vague story.
Or there could be someone listening, and I have a funny feeling that the person who did that thing, it probably does listen to
Yeah,
this
they
pod.
are probably a
This
fan.
is a cup shoving sort of podcast.
Yeah, we've got a
And
lot of cup shovers in our
They're
fan base.
gonna go, that was fucking me, that. Do you know what I mean?
Look, there is that, but like you don't need to tell anyone. But what I always ask them as well, like when someone tells you a story like that, like, and what did they tell you happened? And, like, it's always the same. It's always the trip and fall. And like it's just doctors, like they lose more respect for you.
Yeah.
So there was like I asked them always, like, have you ever had anyone just admit it? And like one person ever was like, yeah, they just were, and we were like, they were sound as fuck. It was great. You know, they know what's happened. Why are you bothering lying?
I feel
would
so
just
sorry
tell-
for anyone who really does trip and fall.
Yeah, onto a condom covered ketchup bottle.
Well,
There's a
not
Ricky
all of them.
Gervais bit about
Yeah,
that,
well,
innit?
not all of them have got condoms, though, have they? Some
Yeah.
of them that you could do it. It's
You
possible.
couldn't fall onto a sippy cup and get it that far in you. We tell you what's bad about the sippy cup. You know those little handles on the side? They'd act like the barbs on a fish hook and are dug in when they tried to pull it out. So those were dug into the anal wall. Is
So
that
they,
the right
they,
word?
They trapped it in almost.
Yeah, exactly. It was
you know,
stuck.
like certain contraptions, like I don't know, maybe a tripod or something. You
Yeah.
have like a thing that comes out to keep everything in.
Yeah.
That's like that.
It was like that, yeah, totally. They made a mechanism where it was totally stuck. Yeah, so that's have surgery, get it out.
I suppose that's the only. If you don't want to say that you're doing it for fun,
Mm-hmm.
there's apart from the trip and fall, there's no other way of explaining. it.
Any other explanation for a child's cup up your ass is going to be worse.
But
Exactly,
also,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not that shocking. You're like, how did the cup get up there? I put it up there.
Yeah,
Say
exactly.
no more.
Yeah.
People put things in their
So-
asses for fun. It's fun to put things in your ass.
It's curious, you know.
Exactly.
You know.
Like, it's just people shove things in their ass. It's fine. It's a perfectly normal
warming
human
it up.
impulse. Like, you know, you should have been smarter about what you put up your ass.
Yeah, you got
warming it
unlucky.
up like it's fucking the milk's in it.
Yeah.
Like, I
It
think it was
happens.
empty.
It happens.
But it
Don't
happens.
worry about it.
And I genuinely, I think it's more embarrassing to go to your grave without knowing the pleasure of a thing shoved up your ass. I think you've got an ass, shove a thing up it, but make sure it's got a base.
What's the best thing that you've shoved up your ass? Right, right.
Genuinely, pop in the comments what's the best thing that's ever been up your ass.
And worst.
And worst.
Or
What about you?
anything out your ass.
Yeah.
How did that get in there?
What about you, Tom? What's the best or worst thing you've had in your ass?
See, I'm not really into things going up my ass. It's not my.
Not gay Tom living up to his name.
It's not my thing. I said recently I had a doctor's finger up my ass.
Oh yeah.
Still don't know if I've got cancer or not.
Mm.
Still waiting on those results.
Fingers crossed.
For anyone playing
What,
Tom
the
Cancer
doctors
Bingo.
were?
That's the last thing you want.
Just so I really don't want you to have cancer, mate, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I've never fucked with objects, to be fair. Fingers are more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there you go. You know, shove some things up your ass. But like, I would assume you just need like an antibiotic or something on the knob here. Like, you know, it's just some little infection. It's not going to be anything terminal, but you're just going to have to go. You're going to have to tell them you've had a knob in your ear so they know what sort of bacteria they're dealing with.
I think one interesting thing is that they don't want to tell the hospital what has happened.
Yeah.
But they have told the internet what has happened.
Yeah, but again, anonymously on the internet, and you don't have to look someone
Well,
in
anonymous.
the eye.
There is a photo of him.
Yeah.
They'll stand out now. They're
Yeah.
quite
I
recognisable.
will recognise that, to be fair.
Yeah. You know, you don't know where they are in the world.
As the only gay man here, I feel
Uh-huh.
I need to say that I actually haven't put anything up my arse. Just because if I'm quiet as a gay man, people are going to think, fucking Tiernan's had all sorts
Yeah,
of
there's a step ladder.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A step ladder, yeah.
You know, maybe
no,
do.
I've
Enjoy
never-
yourself. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, maybe I will. There's some candles. Are they candles?
Those are candles, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that-
LED as well, so they're safe.
Am I in them up a bit as well?
Yeah, we've got a dildo over there. So, that's probably your first port of call.
Hack.
Boring. All right, we've got a dead rat in a jar. How about
Boom! Now we're talking.
that? Yeah, fucking
Dead rat in a jar would be good.
That would be a story. If you turned up to hospital with a dead rat in a jar, you're making the next stand-up show, aren't you?
Yeah.
Someone once had a whole deck of cards up their ass. That made me laugh. I really made me laugh. Like,
And then
what a trick! They shit it out and then there's a fucking ace stuck to their ass. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is my cat.
Fucking dynamos, fucking pushing it, innit? Yeah.
Dead Men Talking invites you to join the world's largest social network for adult. Try free. Just go to dmt.adultfriendfinder.com to connect with like-minded partners.
Looking for sex?
Hoping to meet someone special for a hot sexual relationship or even just a quick fling? Adult Friend Finder has helped millions of people find traditional partners, swinger groups, threesomes, and a variety of other alternative partners. As a leading adult-oriented social networking platform, our aim is to create a safe and inclusive environment for exploring all kinds of adult relationships. Join free at dmt.adultfriendfinder.com. If you're enjoying Dead Men Talking, why not sign up to Patreon? It's patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod, and for that, you get an extra episode every single week.
But Freddie, I can't afford £3 because I'm an internally impoverished little spastic.
Well, there's a free trial for internally impoverished little spastics.
That's good.
So for 7 days, you don't get to pay anything. You can just come in, have a look round, see if it's for you, and then fuck off.
What happens after that 7 days? Do I definitely remember to unsubscribe and not pay any money? Okay, cool.
Patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. You'll remember. We hope you're enjoying this week's episode of Dead Men Talking, and
I don't care if you are.
here is a little sneak peek of some content from a previous Patreon-only episode. If you enjoy it, sign up at patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. So here's a question. Homeless or 1,000 babies die?
I'll go homeless. I'm not killing
Would you?
1,000 babies.
What about one baby?
Why are you confused by that? Obviously.
1,000 babies that you don't know.
Yes, 1,000 babies.
About one baby?
Look how confused he is. Like, one baby. No, I'm going homeless to stop a baby dying. Yeah.
One
What?
baby getting cancer but might live.
All right, okay. So by your logic, then, you would rather lose both your legs than 1,000 babies die.
Yes.
That's mental.
That's not mental.
That's
I can see that.
fucking.
I agree
That's
with
not
that.
mental. That's not
That's
mental.
insane.
That's just like
that is insane.
that's just like having a
1,000
vaguely altruistic outlook on
babies
life.
die all the time.
Yeah, but I don't
Who's
have to
arsed?
get involved. I'm asked. People are asked. The parents are asked.
Honestly, I'm giving you anonymity here. They just die.
Yeah, I know. That's not the problem.
No one will find out that it's your fault.
I know, Freddie. This is how baffled he is by someone just not only caring about himself.
Honestly, my eye is twitching. It's annoying me that much.
How many babies would have to die before you were even mildly inconvenienced?
Right, well, you tell me what I
Right.
would have to do.
I think for Freddie it's lower than 1,000.
No. I think right. Here we go. Right, 1,000 babies die, or you can't have hash browns for a year. Look at this.
It's not an immediate.
I
No.
know. That should be so instant. I'd be like, all right, I'll have potato waffles. I'll live.
If they're not the same. If I.
Look at him trying to dig out of this. This should just instantly.
If nobody knew about it.
No one knows.
Not a single person.
Every time you have a hash brown, a baby dies. How many are you eating?
Honestly, I wouldn't change at all. I'd forget that you told me.
I can eat more if anything.
Just.
What if every time you did it, someone killed a baby in front of you? Like every time you eat one, someone's just like, or just slam one on a wall.
Well, I'd never be bored again.
You'd be like, can I do
Babe,
one?
there's nothing on telly. Pass me the hash browns.
It'd really perk up those hangovers.
Oh, this guy's wearing steel toe cap boots. This should be good.
What have you got saved, Tom? What have you got for us?
We've got, so we could do some advice.
All right, let's do advice from a cunt with a nice boy.
Advice from a cunt.
I actually don't care if any of you live or die.
Okay, this one's from a Holly Willoughby.
Okay, thanks, Holly.
This is genuinely from an email address, Holly Willoughby. And
Yeah, sure. And when you say it's genuinely from an email address from Holly Willoughby, it's not from Holly Willoughby. It's from someone. Someone has managed.
Holly Willoughby. It's Holly Willoughby.
Yeah, on the spreadsheet that Tom has written.
No,
like-
Rob,
oh,
you need
sorry,
to-
the email.
He's got an email from holly.willoughby@hotmail.com.
Look,
Holly
it.
Willoughby there.
Oh, yeah. Holly Willoughby. at gmail.
Willow
Rob.
Booby.
Willowbooby at gmail.com. Yeah, no,
Rob,
seems legit.
Seriously could be Holly. We don't know.
Well,
Okay, I'm going to assume it's Holly Willoughby,
Yeah.
and I'm going to send a lot of dick pics back to that email address.
well, we will find out during the advice.
Okay.
A bit of a cliffhanger there.
All right.
My old man is getting soft-groomed online by a vast array of scammers. He's been sending out money left, right, and centre, and also sending out some dodgy pics/messages.
Yeah, pictures of his ear.
Now, I don't get on with my dad. Rob, you can relate. And I haven't spoken to him in
Right,
years.
we didn't have an argument. That's not why he left.
Is
He
your
just
dad-
fucked off.
Is your dad ever presented this morning?
Was that the issue?
My dad does not present this morning, Tom.
Yeah, was the issue you didn't get on with your dad?
That
I
wasn't
don't
the
think
issue.
Rob's fucking company was the problem.
Yeah, just I'm fucking sick of this little cunt.
I mean, we don't have any other better theories, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like you can't be like, why have you abandoned your son? We just didn't get on.
Just didn't really click.
We didn't click.
Yeah,
He's not
you know,
my-
there's not a vibe.
not my sort of guy.
Exhibit A, Rob is really annoying.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you reckon it was like after a first date, you know, when you're like, oh, it's more of a friend vibe? It was like it was like the opposite of that. It's just like, you know,
I think we're more pen pals.
I think we're more fuck buddies.
You're just a very disappointing
Now
son.
let me put this air fryer.
I
up your
definitely
arse.
was, though. I will give you that because, like, you know, like on my dad's side, everyone's like big, hard Scottish military men, right? Like I'm mid-range in height.
You're big.
Yeah, but I'm mid-range in height, like
What?
in my Scottish family.
Really?
Yeah. I've got uncles who are 6'8" and 6'9". Like, you know, like I don't stand out. Like the short ass in our family is 6'4". He's like rinsed by everyone for being short. It's like fucking little dwarf. So like they're all massive. Pretty much everyone's in the military, so everyone's tough as fuck. And then there's me, and like I was always the soft ass.
Maybe he left because you're not his son.
Maybe. Yeah. But I maybe just happened to look identical to him and be like 6'7"
Maybe.
as well.
Maybe your mum's got a type.
Yeah, she does. No, I definitely am. I've got the exact same male pattern baldness at the exact same time. I'm fucking in.
And you're as unreliable as him.
You're fucking him.
Do you both want to fuck off? Both of you want to fuck off.
Anyway,
Right.
so let's carry on. Now, I don't get on with my dad, and I haven't spoken to him in years,
Uh-huh.
but I still talk with my mum, who is still with him and tells me all the details of what he's been up to.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, how can I stop my inheritance vastly depleting like it is without talking to him directly?
Yeah.
He's an old perv who doesn't realise not everyone is who they say they are on the internet. Funnily enough, I'm emailing you off an email address I set up to contact my dad to pretend I'm Holly Willoughby,
Oh,
who is doing an ITV investigation into online scammers to try and highlight to him. This didn't work.
Uh-huh.
If you sort me out, I'll upgrade my £1 Patreon to the £10 tier.
Ooh.
Wish this was a joke.
Right, now this just got serious.
Now
We're talking
we
about £9 a month here.
£9 a month.
No, this is fucking big shit.
That's
Right.
£108 a year.
I worked that. I wanted to say that. I worked that out. I was dead happy with myself.
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
good. Sorry, mate.
It's all right. It's actually
Sorry.
less when you take out the Patreon money.
Yeah, there's fees
It's
and
about
then,
£4 a
and then
year.
we got to split it as well. We don't get all that. We got to pay staff.
Yeah,
So
fuck
actually-
him then. Let's
Yeah,
not.
fucking gives a shit. No, but is it just me who sees a really obvious solution to this? Right, like you want to keep hold of this inheritance. You don't want to speak to him directly.
Very good. Yeah.
You're gonna have to start sexting your dad.
Yeah,
like
scam
this
him.
is.
Yes.
Scam him. You don't like him.
This is it.
You don't
He is
like him.
susceptible to scammers. You've got a foot in the water, right? With your Holly Willoughby scam, you've already started trying it out, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've
Right?
worked out what doesn't work as well.
Exactly. What does work though is hello, Mr. Sexy. Oh, you big English man. Oh, I like your big English
Where's this
white
person
Willy.
from?
I'll be honest. As soon as I got too close to any discernible accent, I was just moving away to a different one.
Right.
I was just sort of floating all over. There was a point where I was like, "Oh no, that's close," and I'll just back it off.
Yeah.
Where do you want them to be from? I'll do the voice.
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah.
Aloha. I don't know how do people sound in Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha. Hello, Mr. Dad.
Not like that.
Hello, Mr. Dad. Oh, Mr. Dad. I am from Hawaii. And I send you sexy pictures of my feet. Oh, yeah, you got to sex your dad, haven't you?
Yeah.
Look,
I think the first mistake was pretending to be Holly Willoughby. That's too obvious.
you're aiming
a
too
fake.
high.
It's too obvious. A
Also,
fake.
Holly Willoughby doesn't send out her own emails before an ITV investigation. You know, she's not doing the researcher job, is it? You know,
Wait, if he's sexing his dad, though, how's he getting the money?
What do you mean? You go like the same way the scammers are.
Yeah.
So you're scamming. You're just doing the scam. You're getting your inheritance early. You don't have to wait for them to die.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh,
Hey, you're grooming your dad, basically.
yeah, you're
aren't you?
grooming your dad. You're correct.
And
You're
you're
exactly
saying,
grooming him.
Oh, I'm just a poor little girl, and
Exactly.
I need to
Oh.
pay for my heating because
Exactly.
because yeah.
And then, I can take all my clothes off because I'll be warm and I can show you my little pussy.
He's coming to check the meter.
Yeah, maybe like, I want bigger tits. Can I have $3,000 for bigger tits? And stuff like this, you know?
I didn't know that was like, I could do that job.
Yeah.
Just text people and pretend to be a hot young
Yeah. It's
hot girl.
the Nigerian 419 scam, innit? It was originated. My mum got hit with this once. Like she didn't get...
By your dad.
Luckily, my mum is so Yorkshire. As soon as money was mentioned, she was like, fuck off. But like for like 2 weeks, some guy was talking to her on a dating site being like, pretending to be an American soldier. I know, she's got a type. She was like talking to him for a couple of weeks and he was like, I'm stationed out in Iraq. And eventually it's like, my Jeep's broken down in the middle of the desert and I need some money to get back. And she was like, fuck off.
I was actually thinking about this the other day. There was a story in the news about this guy who'd been a spy for like 20 years, undercover for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he had a wife as the spy.
Yeah,
it's been a mad
scandal, this, isn't it?
He did a kid and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really bad. She was like suing MI5 and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe is what happened with you? Because your dad is like, kind of could be a spy.
I mean, he's good at hiding.
He's good at hiding.
He's gone very undercover for the last like 20 years.
He was in the army.
He was, yeah. Well, he's a Royal Marine Commando.
Royal Marine Commando would make a good spy.
Yeah.
Good spy.
Stands out quite a lot, though. He is 6'6" and also jacked. So, he's a big unit. I don't think he blends in. You want normal-looking people, don't you? You want average-looking people to be a spy.
Well, it depends where you're spying.
Right.
Well, if you're spying in a gym?
Yep, you're right.
Gold's Gym? You need someone big and
Gold's Gym. Yeah. He's not that jacked. He's not...
Yeah, he just started out.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just new to the Gold's Gym.
What accent do you think my dad has as well? He's from Edinburgh.
That accent.
Hawaiian, is he?
Yeah.
I think you've got to scam your dad. The problem is you've got to be, how committed are you to getting this money, right? Because either you have to, there's a few ways this can go, right? If you're really determined not to talk to him, you can let it roll, but you're going to lose that money. But anyway, inheritance isn't really your money anyway. You haven't earned it. Fucking grow up, do something yourself, right? Get out.
Well, you have earned it if you scam it.
That is true.
Also,
but you can just talk to him directly and go, hey, you're being scammed, lads.
That's one of his things. He doesn't want to be
I know,
directly.
but I'm saying that's one of your methods that you should probably explore.
No, but if you ain't even going to talk to his dad to tell him he's being scammed, then you don't really deserve the inheritance, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, not for free anyway. Not if you don't put some scamming effort in.
Yeah, you better scam your dad or that's it, basically.
You are going to have to read your dad's sexual fantasies, though. That's the cost of it. What cost is that worth?
You're going to have to make your dad come. There's
no two ways around it. Daddy needs to come.
And that's not the first time I've said that today.
You got to make daddy come. How much?
When we were talking with Rob about how to get his dad back.
Maybe I just made him come more. Tom,
yes?
How much money to talk your dad through a wank? We're talking, have you ever seen a JOI video? Are you aware of what those are?
I'm very aware of JOI videos.
Yeah, so that's a jerk-off instruction. Are you aware of these, Dan? So it's a video where a nice lady or man, depending on your preference, will, in the video, talk you through your wank. And it'll be like, rub it now, go on.
So it's like a guided meditation.
It is, yeah, it's very much like that. And sometimes it's nice, a nice little pep boost.
Genuinely sounds nice.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely sometimes. Just have someone be like,
not every time.
Not every time.
Helps with the loneliness.
You can't do anything every time, otherwise that's your thing. Yeah. You've got to mix it up.
Helps with the loneliness.
Yeah, but it's just sometimes it makes you feel less of a horrible, disgusting person. If someone's like, go on. Go on.
You deserve this.
Go on, have a little cheers.
Nearly there.
Have a little cheers. Go on.
Bit of encouragement.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you're rubbing yourself in a toilet. Yeah. So, it's one of those, right?
What's that called? Sorry.
JOI.
Jerk off instruction stands for.
Jerk off instruction. How much to film one of those for your dad?
To film it?
But, obviously you can...
So I've got to film it, and it's specifically for him.
For him,
so I've got to call him by name.
Yeah.
And it's got to be
but do I have to call him by name, or do I have to call him Dad?
I think you flip between two.
Yeah.
Hang on, because in this situation, the dad doesn't know it's me.
This is a different situation.
This is just a different situation.
Your dad absolutely
your dad
knows
loves JOI, and he loves it. It's you. He's really into it.
He's really into me.
He's like, son. He's on his deathbed, and he's like, he's like beeping away. You know how Freddie was last week? You know, he's on his deathbed. He's like, son, there's one thing I want before I die.
Yeah.
You've been a good son.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that could make me so proud.
I've forgotten how to wank.
I've forgotten how to wank.
Can you remind me,
dementia's
son?
kicking in.
Please.
I just want one more cum.
One more.
One more cum for Daddy.
One more, son.
And if you do,
It might bring me
you
back
can
to-
have the inheritance. How much does that inheritance have to be?
Firstly, I hope my brother is asleep at this moment now when he's listening to this.
Yeah.
Second, probably wouldn't do it because
for Daddy.
Because
Daddy.
Because
Please,
he's gonna
son.
die soon anyway. I'm gonna
Please.
get half of his money anyway.
No, you're not. He's writing you out of the will unless you make him come.
He's got his lawyer there, has he?
His lawyer's
Right,
there,
okay.
yeah.
Well, in that case,
My
I do it for
lawyer's
half of his money. No, actually,
What would you
all
say
of his
to him?
money for my brother.
Well, that's part of the video. What would you say to him?
Fuck you,
What would I
brother.
say to
What would
him?
you say in this video, yeah? How would you start?
I'd say,
Hello, Father.
Hiya, Dad.
Alright, just
So,
like,
mate-
mate, none of us want to do this. Just have a
No,
wank.
that's not good enough. Like, he's like, I want you to make me horny, son.
I don't
make
think
it
I could.
sexy.
It's really
What about the-
difficult situation. This one, bro.
It is, yeah, it's tricky, isn't it?
It's a
Tricky.
real-
Good
tricky.
morning,
It's
Father.
a real pickle.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What if he had like weird fetishes as well? Would you do them for him?
I don't think I would do it. I think I would need
Tom,
like.
this is awful.
I think I would need like 10 million.
10 million.
Yeah.
You saying he's not doing it for 9?
No, I want the full 10.
Right, nah, because I understand. If,
You overvalue your jerk off instructions.
Yeah, if
for a
you
start.
actually-
You
have
don't
to-
know how good I am at it.
I can bet. Yeah, right. Touch your little knob. Go on. Oh, wow. Are you having a wank? I don't think it'd be
Good
very
wanking,
sexy.
mister.
Yeah. I
you
don't
do-
think it'd be very sexy.
10
No,
million,
no.
that is over.
It's overshot
You've
it.
overquoted there,
Yeah,
mate. I'll be
yeah,
honest.
it's not-
Because I'd understand if you've got to sit there with your dad and talk through it whilst he's wanking.
I've got to do it live.
No, I'd say it. Then I'd understand. But you just
Just
film
film the
it.
video.
Get it done. It's like one of these
Yeah.
sponsored ads
Yeah,
you do
but-
or whatever.
Exactly.
Just get it done.
It's no worse than doing an advert read, is it? It's the
It's-
exact same thing. I think you're totally right. I feel the same.
Just zone out. Get it done.
That's it.
The problem with filming it is that there's a chance then that could just get out.
You're
into the public.
overthinking this.
It
You're
could get out to
overthinking
everyone.
No, it's not. It's secure. It's never
Why we
gonna
get
go out.
hacked?
Yeah. He's not going to get hacked. He is going to email it to me afterwards.
this. But once upon a time, like that kind of thing would be really embarrassing. But this day and age, it's like, yo, don't kink shame him.
Yeah, don't kink shame him. He's
wanted-
just making his dad come.
His dad was on his deathbed. He
Yeah,
was
his
trying
dad
to
was
make
horny.
him come.
Yeah.
Like,
No one's going
whoa.
to kink shame you for that. But like at the end, you do have to say, "Yummy, yummy, I want daddy's cummy."
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, like 40 quid.
Could you say that now? Could you say that now quickly?
Yeah, look into the camera.
What?
Look into the camera.
I've not turned that camera on.
Oh,
Just look into the camera and say,
No.
just say
yummy,
yum-
yummy.
"Yummy, yummy,
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
What was the next bit?
I want daddy's cummy."
No, that's it.
Come on.
I can't say it. It's
Into the
weird.
camera. Just let your dad come. Come on.
I found the thing that I don't want to do. I've done a lot of weird things in this podcast.
Yeah.
I found the thing that I don't want to do.
I love that you say your brother falls asleep to this. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's amazing. He's going to be having sweet dreams tonight.
Probably
Yummy,
wanking to
yummy.
it now.
Well, help him then.
Say, brother, yummy,
Say,
yummy.
Come for me,
I
brother.
want
Oh,
daddy and brothers
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. Big bro, I've got my
God.
head stuck in the banister. Tell you one thing I saw watching some smut the other night, right? Because like, I told you a while ago, right? I've got a very addictive personality, and I think internet pornography is really damaging, right? So I'm now on diet pornography, right? That's my only thing I'm allowed. So I just watch like cam girls, right? So it's like live streams of like smut. So it's not like, so it's just like women on their own. And it's a bit less like, you know, there's not like they're not getting pounded by 8 dicks, and there's not like
Wait,
weird
sorry,
shit.
did you say you're not watching proper porn anymore?
Yeah, I don't watch proper porn.
Because it makes you feel gross.
More that it's just like it's like a slippery slope. I think you can get like into it and you get desensitized, and it's just you can go
Sure.
down rabbit holes. So I'm just like, you know, just want to moderate that.
Yeah.
And
You've
just
gone
be
back
like,
to Babe Station, basically.
essentially, yeah. But they'll get a pussy out every now and again. But it's like you can't like dial in a specific thing.
But are you
That's what's
watching
better.
the one where it's like that and then the bloke comes from behind the camera?
No,
and
it's just
gets
them on their
involved,
own.
gays and
Just
they
them
do
on
it?
their own is all I
Right.
do, right?
Empowering.
Empowering. And then like
But
also like
often,
they're less likely to be exploited, I think, you know, because they're like, you know, doing it themselves like their own
Yeah.
creators and stuff. And it's not like they're doing things that they don't want to do because they're choosing what they do and stuff. So I just think there's more like that. So it's probably a bit more ethical. I don't know. Probably not.
because
There's a few sometimes.
loads of women get like groomed into
Oh, yeah.
doing
But like,
webcam, don't they?
yeah, but those ones you can often tell, and those ones
Because they're dead behind the eyes.
dead behind the eyes, and there'll also be like 4 of them on camera. If there's more than one on camera, you know they're getting exploited. They're in a house that's bad. You know, like when they're on their own though, and they've got an accent from like a first world country, I'm in. You know,
yeah, that is true. Like,
yeah,
if
if
you
it's
hear
like
like a
American-
Yorkshire accent, you're like,
Oh,
we're
mate,
sound.
we're sound. Hey, up, love. How
Yeah.
you doing? Right. So
Yeah.
I was watching one of them the other day, right? And I was like, oh, it's a bit like Karma. She was shoving a dildo up her ass, this one, right? Like, she had it attached to like a
Good luck
machine
getting that
where
out.
people could pay to make the machine go. That was the bit she was doing, right? And I just sort of like clicked onto this one out of curiosity. You know, I'm browsing.
Yeah.
I have a little look on it.
Window shopping.
Window shopping, right? I hadn't committed yet. I hadn't, you know, chosen what my weapon of choice was going to be in this one. I clicked on it,
You've
right?
chosen your weapon of choice. You just not chose the ammo. I think.
So like, I click on it, and within 30 seconds she'd shit herself
Oh my god!
live on cam. Just like
Live.
someone paid a tip, shagged her in the arse, and like just loads of wet shit came out, like a
Oh,
lot.
Wet. There
no.
was no need for the wet there, Rob. You
Well,
didn't
it
need
was-
to say that.
It was
That-
very wet
well,
shit.
Yeah, you need to
I just
describe
think-
it.
Was it an
I'm not thinking it's a dry, solid,
an-
one-piece shit.
Was it an accident?
This is what I don't know, mate.
I
Because like
reckon-
I very quickly clicked out of that. I'm like, whoa, too strong for my blood.
Yeah.
She didn't look embarrassed enough
For it to be an accident.
for how, you know, how embarrassed I want her to look in that situation. Is like, oh my god, I've shit myself. Oh, I'll clean that up and then we'll start, you know, like, or if you're like, yeah, I shit all over that, I can kind of go like, right, it's not for me. It's too strong for my
Yeah.
blood.
But
But I can get. She was in this weird hinterland. Where it was
Maybe it's
between
like
the
a-
two.
Oh, so she was still a bit embarrassed.
She said, I
Because
couldn't.
I was saying,
yeah.
even if it was an accident,
Mm.
she might have still. You're porn, you're improving.
You're styling it
embrace-
out.
The show must go on.
Yeah,
I think
you
it was
know?
more that. I
Yeah,
think she was,
yeah.
yeah,
I
show
think
must
that's
go
exactly
on.
what. That's
I think it's
exactly what it is.
showbiz. Yeah. Just like, you know, what a pro. But I
Use
couldn't
it.
tell. I'll be honest, like, there's definitely a market for that. If that is what she was trying to do, there's definitely
Yeah.
someone who's going to be paying for that. So that's what's interesting on these sites is like there are people doing well on it that you would not expect. Like there are people with loads of viewers who are fucking minging,
Yeah.
you know, but like they're just what someone's into.
But it's probably the same with comedy. Like they know how to use the algorithm.
Yeah. Do you reckon all the other cam girls are like,
they're like, buddy, she was putting dildo up the arse. She didn't even do. She shat everywhere. She's an absolute.
Well,
that's
People
what-
think she did it deliberately. She didn't.
yeah, she's an amateur.
She's a hack.
Yeah. I do think like you've got to douche properly. If you're getting shagged up the arse on camera,
100%.
you gotta douche
Well,
properly.
if you get never mind the camera, like
If you get shagged up the arse, douche, yeah.
Unless you want to like shit
Mm.
everywhere, or that's what you're into.
Yeah, but like sometimes, obviously, like sometimes bumming happens without preparation. Sometimes, you know, the mood strikes. right? And
Risky.
then you are rolling the dice. Look,
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of poo on the end of my knob a couple of times. You know, like I'm not. If you're a trooper, you just fight through. You
It
know, like,
happens.
it happens.
It happens to the best of us.
I had it. I
I had earwax on once.
Yeah. There was a second.
Very good.
I bombed an ex in a tent at a festival once. Day one, I'm not an animal. And then when I got home, I found a bit of poo on my knob.
Rob. No.
My big
3 days.
No, Rob.
3 days.
My big
No.
question
Little streak. I
No.
was like, why is there a brown mark on my knob? Oh no.
Oh no, no.
My big
no.
question is: so obviously you've not showered at this festival. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
You say you bummed on the first day. You're not an animal.
Yeah.
Did you have vaginal sex on any of the other days?
Yeah.
Your Honour, no comment.
Bro's grim.
I don't-
Bro's grim.
It definitely wasn't the last thing we did. Look, it's not like I've been averse. I've rolled the dice on some stinky last day of festival pussy in my time.
Oh yeah.
I'm annoyed you've told me that. I could have lived my life without that information. And now that's there.
Yeah,
now.
fucking
Welcome to
horrific,
Dead
that
Men Talking, baby.
Yeah. In that same festival, my ex at the time, she like needed a piss, but like for some reason she couldn't go to the toilet, so she pissed in like an ice cream tub in the tent. But she was stood on an airbed, so she had to like lean on me for support while she was wobbling, pissing into this hard tub that was like spraying everywhere. It was fucking brutal. Yeah. So you know what a minging weekend that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sounds class.
She was in some ways. Like, there were some ways, brilliant. Awful piece of shit. Real terrible human being.
On your knob.
Yeah. But would let me bum her intense and that, so that's why I stayed with her for so long. You know what I mean? You know, there's got to be something you're getting back in it.
Yeah, you're anal blind there, right?
This was it. I was bum blind.
I like the idea that at the end, when you got home, you made it like her problem. Like, fuck's sake!
You shat on me knob!
Shit's on my knob. It's been there for days.
Disgusting, you dirty bitch.
Something about shit on a knob. There's something about that's
Next time we
really
go to a
making
festival,
me-
bring your douche.
Yeah. There was a thing that, like, years ago with, like, one of my first girlfriends. It was, I realised I was in love with her because I saw a bit of shit on her ass while I was banging her, and I just wiped it off and carried on.
Yeah.
And just, like, didn't say anything. And I was like, I don't want her to be embarrassed. And I was like, I think I'm in love with her. That was the moment I knew.
I see birds.
Yeah. I'd never told her, obviously.
Shit.
I wasn't like, when I told her I loved her, it wasn't then. Like, you know, I waited a couple of weeks till a more opportune moment. But, like, and I wasn't like, and you know how I knew? You had a little streak on your cheeks. And
That'd
I
have
was
been
like,
a great wedding speech.
oh, if only it had lasted. Yeah, that would have been incredible. Like, fuck the best man. I've got a story. Yeah, when I saw that shitty ass, I knew. But yeah, Holly Willoughby, scam your dad is the only way. Like, is it, with the parameters you've set.
Oh God, that was a tangent, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was. We're just pulling it back around off shitty asses.
Very nice.
But yeah, I think you've got to scam your dad. I think that's the only move that doesn't
Scam your
involve talk.
dad.
Scam your dad.
Set up
Scam
a
your dad.
fake account.
Or your mum.
No,
She
Mum
sounds Mum sounds gullible as well.
Well, she's still with scam dad.
Yeah, but he
so,
likes,
you know.
and he clearly likes.
Yeah,
his
he
mum.
likes
I think he
mum.
likes his mum.
So what you could do is also like maybe
You could
if you
shag
don't
your
want
mum.
to screw over your mum because it's her money as well, you could set up you could just transfer it to a separate account your mum has. So you scam your dad and like you know, and then
That's-
just take a little finder's fee.
Scam your dad and then convince your mum that you've won the pools or whatever, the postcode
Or just
lottery.
tell her dad's your husband's a dickhead. I've been scamming him. Here's the money. So
Yeah, but you don't even have to do it as you. You could do it anon. Be like, hello, mum. Well, don't call her mum, but hello.
that is going to ruin your scam.
Hello, lady. Or man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your husband has been scammed by me.
Yeah.
Don't let him. This is your money. Don't let him have it.
Yeah, maybe do a reverse thing. It's like, hello, I'm a prince of Nigeria. I don't need any money off you. I'm just going to send you some. There you
Yeah,
go.
but then she tells dad, and dad goes,
And-
"See, some of them are true." And then
Yeah,
he gets scammed
and
more.
then they-
Yeah,
gonna
so then it all
believe
goes to
them.
mum, and then dad ends up
No,
with nothing.
because-
Mum
But
can
then he
kick him
gets
to the
scammed
curb.
again.
Because if mum gets a legit Nigerian, what she believes to be legit, every Nigerian prince, she's
Yeah.
going to be fucking another one. Brilliant. You know?
That's true. Yeah, you might have doubled the problem.
Yeah.
All right, send a jerk off video to your mum. Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah,
Right.
right. Basically, get in a room with your mum and your dad,
Mhm.
all wank and all
I
encourage
wank.
each other.
Talk 'em through
Everyone
it.
wank.
Don't shame it.
Shit,
Yeah.
shit,
Don't kink
shit
shame.
and wank.
Yeah. There we
Have
go.
any of them got the earlobe thing?
Yeah, if your mum's got earplugs,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a chance.
Get your dad to shag your mum's earplug.
yeah.
Yeah, on video.
And then film it.
Commentate on it.
Film it. Blackmail him. Get the money.
Yeah.
But give it to your mum.
Boom, and then
Blackmail.
kill them both.
Every single time we do advice, it ends up with blackmail. All right, blackmail them. There we go. Done.
Blackmail.
Advice from a con. There we go. What else you got for us, Tom?
We got more advice if you want that. We got rumours or trumours.
Up to you, mate.
Should we do? Let's do a rumours or trumours.
Rumours or trumours? Here's,
Okay.
here's another one of Tom's excellent jingles.
Rumour or trumour?
Right, let's go for prison pigeon for this one.
Okay. I don't like, by the way, there is a caption above it that I don't think we could ever read out on air. I don't think you should ever say that. Right, prison pigeon.
Okay. Prison pigeon. Let's save that one for the Patreon. Prison pigeon. When I worked in prison, this one guy was accused of coaxing a pigeon into his cell and then fucking it so vigorously that it literally exploded.
Right.
Pigeon viscera.
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 Tom.
Pigeon,
Viscera.
pigeon viscera all over his cell. What punishment, if any, do you dish out here?
So you missed that sentence. You played the govs. So say
Yeah,
that,
no,
you know.
but that's a shitty bit of the sentence.
No, well, the rest of it doesn't make sense without it, does it? Because otherwise, why am I giving out a punishment? I'm just a podcaster. In this, I've got to pretend I'm the
I
govs of
think
the
people will
prison.
make that leap.
All right, well, maybe
I was trying to save some time, Rob, and it's clearly not worked.
backfire on it. How about you just read the whole fucking thing, Tom?
Okay.
Don't do it again.
You play the govs. What punishment, if any, do you dish out here?
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.
Firstly, do we believe this rumour or trumour? Do we believe this happened?
Well, because a lot of people in prison, they turn gay, don't they? But
I don't know if they do.
But certain prisoners just want to fuck birds. Come on, let
Hello,
me have it.
come on. I didn't know where he was going. Yeah, he's brought it round.
Here he is.
I don't know if people do turn gay. I think those were gay guys who have gone to prison. I think that's what's happened there.
Or bi guys.
I think there's definitely a thing of like some like mental like psychopath lifers doing it because like they're in there forever and they just want to like fuck something and they're like and also like just like it's a power thing or whatever because they're psychos. But I think like
I'm gay. I think it's quite hot. Do you know what I mean? Like,
into like the prison shower stuff.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh god,
he's just so gagging for it.
Yeah,
He's
just
like,
eventually
all right,
cracks.
fuck it, go on then.
Yeah. I can see that being.
Yeah.
I reckon that's probably quite a common gay fantasy. Isn't it? The straight guy thing's definitely a common thing amongst gay lads.
And
isn't
it's
it?
definitely, and it's also the you add a bit of crime in there as well.
Sure, he's a bad boy.
Oh, he's bad. He might kill you.
Yeah. A little bit of edge. He might
But
get
you're
shanked.
fucking him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm revealing
Topping
too
the straight
much.
guy. Now fucking
Do
go.
you mind
for
if I wank, fellas? With that?
I'll talk you through it. No, I totally get it. I could see like being like, how long do you have to be in before you're like, Pigeon? It's like, I feel like that's low down the list of ideas because I've heard of stuff where people will do stuff like they'll get like plastic bags with soup in and microwave them and put them in a tube and then fuck that.
That's very creative.
They are creative prisoners.
It's
They're very
MacGyver.
creative. Yeah, because they have
Also-
they have a lot of time on their hands and like they're resourceful people. Criminals are smart, like a lot of them. They've come up with intricate plans.
You know, if I'm having soup to eat, I often like it like completely blended. But if I was going to put it in a bag and wank with it, I think I'd want it chunky.
Chunky veg.
Yeah.
Ripped for his pleasure.
A bit more
a bit something to grab hold of. A bit of friction. Yeah. It's like a ribbed Johnny, isn't it? Essentially vegetable soup.
You're a chunky chaser.
Bit of minestrone, put the pasta around your knob like a cock ring. Fucking lovely.
Which suit would be best for fucking, do you think?
I think big soup. I think Heinz big soup, with the big chunks. I think that'd be nice.
You want some...
Maybe you just want to
I think you want something creamy.
Yeah,
you want
cream of
some meat,
mushroom,
you want
I want.
some meat in
broccoli
there.
and
You want
Stilton, maybe. Cover the smell.
You want some flesh, like some chicken or something.
Right. You want a meat-based one.
Yeah.
A lovely chicken soup like you're ill.
As a vegetarian, would you fuck meaty soup?
Well, quite the ethical dilemma you've posed for me there, so.
If it was the only soup available.
If it was the only soup, right, and the thing is, it's already dead. I'm not killing another one for me.
Yeah.
I'm not consuming it. That's the thing that really grosses me out.
You can if you want.
Yeah. Is it going to be
What
like...
if it fucks you?
Is it going to be like reused? I wouldn't want to waste the soup. I'd rather someone ate it than me fuck it. But if I fuck it and then someone eats it, I think it's all right.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah, if I've got a cellmate who's up for it, then yeah, cool.
They're going to eat your
reckon I'd
jizzy
fuck
soup.
Yeah, I could probably fuck some meaty soup. I
Would
wouldn't
you
like
fuck a
to.
pigeon as a vegetarian?
It's not the vegetarianism that's the main hurdle towards me fucking a pigeon, to be honest with you, mate. It's...
Trying to catch it.
No, I'm not Dick Dastardly. It's that it's weird and not okay.
What, the pigeon? You're not
Fucking
into
a
that?
pigeon.
You're not into that, Rob?
I'm not, mate. It's not for me.
Sorry to hear
Pigeons
that,
are
man.
also one of the grossest birds, isn't it? Like they're like rats.
Oh, so you'd prefer... What bird would you prefer?
Which bird is the best for fucking?
A blue booby.
A blue booby?
Yeah, that's a bird. Yeah, there's boobies are birds.
I'm trying to think. There must be a bird I'd give a fucking good old...
Emu?
An emu? What are you on about?
Ah, an emu!
I want one with a big minge. I'm not fitting inside a pigeon's minge.
I want one with a big minge.
That took me completely off.
Did not see it coming. I want one with a big minge. Excuse me, have you got any with big minges?
How big's its minge, mate?
Big minge.
Right, if you're going to fuck a bird, right?
Yeah, I want one of an adequate minge. I don't want big.
Well, yeah, but I'm
big is not an adjective. I want in a minge.
I'm thinking an adult-sized bird would have an adult-sized minge.
Yeah.
Adult. Whoa, why are you
They
making
don't have-
this
they also-
adult?
They also don't have minges, birds. They've got cloacas.
Yeah.
What? What have they
A
got?
cloaca.
Cloaca.
Right, so they shit and have birth out the same
So
hole.
it's
So
like a
it's a
fanny
multi-hole.
arse.
It's a fanny arse. Yeah. Cloaca. So they've got
Yeah.
those. So they don't have a big minge. They've got a big cloaca.
All right.
Well, a
then.
cloaca sounds big.
Yeah.
If it's doing both.
But like ostriches are really arsey animals. They're really
How
aggressive.
do you know the name for a bird's
I knew
vagina?
cloaca
Did
as
you
well.
know that as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
I just thought saying minge would be funnier.
Yeah.
What's the
Cloaca,
biggest cloaca?
It would have been proper
What is
weird.
maximum
You'd said I
cloaca?
want one with a big cloaca.
Oh, what is the maximum cloaca is a Roman sewer. Yeah, you're never going to be able to. So
I think I've gone out with a few girls who were like Roman sewers.
Got cloacas.
Big minges.
Big minges.
Big minges. I think an ostrich or an emu is an absolutely terrible choice. They're very violent, aggressive, large birds.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be fun, but I think if it was like subdued,
like a cockatoo. It's got a lovely, lovely. You could stroke its fronds.
So, male birds, do they have a cloaca?
I think
they have penises.
Do they have an arse, or do they shit out a knob?
Do they shit out their
The
knob?
longest
It's
bird.
a good question. I think they shit out their ass.
The longest bird penis is 42.5 centimeters.
Belonging to a duck. Look at that picture.
I reckon the bird is really into that extra 0.5 there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 42 and a half.
Yeah. How long is that in inches? Can you convert that for us? Because it's the one measurement I can't. It's only dicks and pizzas I can't do in centimeters. There you go.
16.7 inches.
That is big for any animal, let alone a duck.
Yeah.
That is impractical at that point.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's an Argentine lake duck. Look at the picture of it.
You're going to need to find a big cloaca to get that in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe fuck one of those. Like, they're going to have a massive cloaca.
That's too big of a cloaca for me.
It's too long. You're not hitting the backboard. But,
Yeah.
it's more about width, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
not
at that
good.
point.
All right, I need a narrow cloaca as well.
I think it'd be a long time before I got round to fucking a pigeon. I think wanks could sustain me quite well. I think I'd just have a wank always rather than fucking pigeon. Because can you imagine the post-nut clarity after banging a pigeon to death?
Yeah.
And I don't think he's popped it. I don't believe that it popped, exploded. I believe you could kill a pigeon.
Yeah.
Because there was always a
If
rumour.
you fucked a pigeon, it would kill it.
Oh, definitely. But I don't think it'd pop. I think there'd be blood.
Don't they explode when you're not supposed to throw rice at weddings?
That's a myth. I think Alka-Seltzer is the thing that can do it. You can make them pop because they.
What's Alka-Seltzer?
It's like a fizzy drug that you put in. It's like a dispersible aspirin or something.
Right.
Like
okay.
Disprin. It's
Right.
like that.
So rice won't kill a pigeon. Is that a lie?
I don't think rice kills pigeons. I don't think it does. I think it's
fucking them does.
I think the
So if you want to kill a pigeon, don't give it rice. Fuck
use
it.
it's not use
Like
your
a
knob.
man.
Exactly.
Get its
Or
cloaca.
get a strap on.
Get a load of rice and shove it in
There
its
we go.
cloaca.
They won't. Explode
Yeah, or
if they-
baking soda. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Sometimes ingest calcium carbide that can make them explode. But yeah, I don't think you should shag it. But there is an urban legend about someone gaffer taping up a gerbil and then shagging it to stop it popping. So I think it's probably a conflation of that thing. Because we've seen actually we had a video sent in. You can just shag a dead rat. It turns out. Yeah, someone did send us that. It was bad and illegal.
I've seen a video of someone allegedly shagging a chicken, and then the chicken flies off, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Right,
chickens
chicken
can't
then.
fly though.
Yeah.
Well, it flaps its
It
wings.
learns to fly.
It flaps its wings and then moves
Does
away.
a fancy jump.
It was when I was 3. I was in a pram.
Chicken Run 2 will be in cinemas soon. I don't think they fully exploded, but I think you could have killed it. I think punishment-wise, I don't know what punishments you get in fucking prison. You got to get your telly taken off of your summit.
Why do we have to punish him?
I don't know, because we've got to pretend to be the govs,
But
apparently.
bro was
We don't
hor-
have to do what he tells us. Fuck off.
Bro was horny, shagged a pigeon.
Yeah,
give him
stop
a break.
kink shaming.
Give him a break, man.
It didn't hurt anyone.
And he managed
Hurt a
to.
pigeon.
Did the pigeon consent?
It flew into his cell, didn't it? It flew.
I don't think that counts as consent, Dan. We're on dodgy territory here.
It does if it comes back.
What was this pigeon wearing?
Yeah.
What if the pigeon comes back?
How
What do you
drunk
mean?
was the pigeon?
Well, the pigeon gets fucked in the cell. And then-
Explodes.
No, we're saying it didn't explode. Let's
We're
assume
saying,
that.
to be clear, it definitely died.
Well, let's assume it didn't. Because
Uh-huh.
we know that chickens don't. We've established that.
Right.
So then the pigeon flies away,
Yeah.
and it's a great homing pigeon. Comes back,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's fine, right?
Uh-huh.
It's consensual.
No, you're using the Mason Greenwood defence there, is what you're doing. Spoken like a true Manchester United fan. She came back, can't have been that bad.
Yeah,
We've all heard the recordings of you fucking that pigeon.
Yeah, and a lot of the time,
Mason Greenwood.
a lot of the time,
It's a green woodpecker.
victims do return to their abuser. don't they?
Exactly, they do. Abuse is a very complicated subject, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
Which
is
is why
really
I'm glad we're
complex.
covering it on this podcast.
Yeah,
It's this way.
Who's most equipped to deal with
Can I
this
say
serious
I'm
issue?
really proud proud to be part of tackling this issue.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice that we can really get a grip on this. I trust that's the last we'll be hearing of that sexual abuse now that we've dealt with it. You're welcome, world.
A grip on it was a poor choice.
And I know there'll be some people out there who are saying, you guys shouldn't be talking about this. Well, guess what? We're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we will not be silent.
We're going to do whatever we want, and you don't get to tell us that we can't.
Yeah. If we want to
you
talk...
can't stop us. We're doing it anyway.
Douching a cloaca, then we fucking will. There's nothing you
I don't know
can
if you
do.
should douche a cloaca. If it's half a vag, because you shouldn't douche a vag, should you? Because it could upset the hormonal
Never
balance.
douche a vag.
Never douche a vag.
Sometimes douche a cloaca.
I don't know a lot about vages.
I don't know.
But what I do know is you never douche a vag.
Yeah, you're not the resident expert on vaginas in here, to be honest with you, mate.
But you don't douche them.
I don't think we are really. We're not experts.
I've done more studies than Dan. I've had a good old look at a lot more than Dan.
Sorry, but you
But I still
kind of
wouldn't say
claim
we're-
yourself as an expert of a vagina. It's the most incel thing.
I'm the
ever.
fanny wrangler, mate. Mate, I'll show you around one. I know what I'm doing. I know where all the main bits are. Lips, hole, done. Yeah.
Good.
But no, I have had a good look at a load of vaginas. I think, I'm a keen amateur. I would say that. I'm not a scientist, but I've certainly put my 10,000 hours in.
I'm more of a taster than a looker.
Like a beef eater.
I don't like just look at it and go.
Oh, tastes like batteries again.
Ooh, tangy.
Yeah. No, there is a tang to a good one,
Oh, I've sampled.
Yeah, you dabbled. You're like, this is not for me.
Absolutely not for me.
Yeah.
But thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you being so kind. But honestly, I'm quite disgusted. Yeah. That must be quite the moment to be mid-fanny like, this is not me.
No, yeah.
Like when you go around someone's house for tea and it's just a shit meal.
Yeah, you've got to pretend you like it.
Sorry, I ate before I got here.
Yeah, you've got to push things around so it looks like you've eaten it. Yeah, just like...
Got to do the washing up.
Yeah, you've really got to... Fucking hell. I think semi-truma. I think a guy tried to fuck a pigeon and didn't succeed. I think that's the whole thing.
True,
yeah.
True.
I don't think it exploded, because if it did explode,
you can't pop it like that.
If it explodes, it goes everywhere.
But it might have killed it.
And then someone goes in and goes, "What went on here?" And he went, "Oh, I fucked a pigeon and it exploded."
Yeah.
And it would
just say something else.
Yeah.
But there wouldn't need to be much of a seepage for you to say that.
It could be a turn of
you
phrase.
Fucked a pigeon
and it
exploded.
Yeah.
We would be so keen to use that.
Yeah, I think
that sounds so good. You know what I mean?
Doesn't sound that great. I think what it is like, yeah, if
it's awesome.
I think when we're saying explodes here, I mean like like that woman's ass exploded with shit, like gushed out of it. The pigeons.
I think a bit of
if his head pops off, that's an explosion.
A bit of blood.
It sounds like it's gone. Bang! It's like that's the way this description makes it. Like his dick's gonna look like Wile E. Coyote after an explosion, all black and like charred.
His face is just covered in blood and cum.
I don't think it's fully exploded like that, but I do think you would kill a pigeon if you fucked it.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page there.
Okay, well, lovely. I'm glad we've all come to an agreement on.
So we're saying Truma.
I
think this feature's got legs.
Does
it didn't work well last week, but it's doing better this week.
It's better. It's getting a third week.
Do we get to find out? No. Oh,
no, this is just a rumour.
Yeah.
And we're saying if we think it's true.
Yeah, we're the ones who arbitrate whether it's true or not. Yeah.
To be honest, that bit doesn't really matter in rumour or true. It's more like
no, illusion, Tom. It all matters. It's all everything we do is really important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Everyone should believe everything we say.
Yeah, we're doing important work here.
I like rumour and truma. It's got me thinking about some things I never thought I'd think about.
And you learned about cloacas.
Exactly, we're an educational podcast now.
Yeah, we had a big old good chat as free men about consent.
Exactly, we've learned that we sorted that out because women have been trying to sort it for years and they've been fucking useless.
Yeah, it's like,
so
ladies,
we'll cover it.
No,
Don't worry about it, ladies.
I'm not going to. I've got two of my comfort zones. You've relaxed me too much.
But maybe stop moaning and go actually sort the problem out.
Well, we're on a tight schedule today. So
We are.
It's a fair old episode. It's over an hour, but that's the end of today's episode.
Okay, you sounded like we've got to apologise. We give them what they're given, mate. They've not paid for this. They can fuck off. That's the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed it, though, get on Patreon. It's patreon.com/deadmentalkpod. Give us £3 a month or a tenner if your dad is a slag.
We're about to record another one.
We are going to record.
Same 3 people.
We're going to record a
It's already
Patreon
out.
episode.
You've probably already seen it.
God, so funny. So get on that. It's dead good. There's shitloads on our Patreon now. It's really fucking worth it. And you can have a free trial for a week anyway to check out, see if you want to do it. If you've got any videos, send them into 07354 188 257. I might find some of those for the Patreon, actually. I might find a couple. If the phone is anyway. Anyway, we'll work that out in a second. Don't need to do this on air. Where can people find you? Where can they see you?
So my name's Dan Tiernan, and you can basically get everything off that name. But the only really thing I post on is Instagram.
And Doctors, BBC
and
iPlayer.
But I'm going on tour soon, I think. So go on
Awesome.
Instagram and my dates will be
Yeah,
there.
Dan's fucking hilarious stand-up. Absolutely killing it. Smashed it up at the Edinburgh Festival, so you got to see that show. Yeah. They're proud of you, mate. You're doing
Thanks,
fucking
mate.
well.
Cheers, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
proud of you
we've
as
done
well.
our best to damage your career as much as we can today.
It is over now.
Yeah, we've set you back a good...
Actually, no, that tour will not be happening.
There's going to be some complaints going into venues.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for being a patron. We do appreciate it because, every now and again we get sued and we need to spend all your money on that. So thank you and continue to be so.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh.